Hello, boys and girls. Today is Tuesday, October 27th. And today at school, we had our Halloween parade, which is why I'm dressed up like a crayon. I wanted you to see my costume. Now, are any of you dressing up for Halloween? Halloween isn't until this weekend, but we have some friends that are only here Mondays and Tuesdays, so that's why we decided to do it today. And we also did a couple other fun things in school today, but I will share those with you later on. But first, I want to talk to you about, we didn't really talk about the color or the shape of the week at all this week. So I did want to point that out to you. I'm going to walk over right now and show you. The color of the week hasn't changed. It's still black. The shape of the week is still a circle. This number has changed. The number of the week. Can you tell me what number you think that is? 3. Very good. Let's hold up 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The letter of the week has changed. Do you know what that is? That is a Y. And the Y makes a y sound. Can you think of anything that has a y sound? I have this really cool picture and it shows you all sorts of different things. Let me get in here so you can kind of see this. Look at that: yarn, yam, yellow, yo-yo, yogurt. And then I also have these cool things here. This is yellow. I don't know why that says volleyball. That's not a Y. I didn't put that one in there. There's another yo-yo, yogurt. And then we have this one on my alphabet wall. It is yarn. So can you think of any other words that we didn't say that start with yeah? Can you think of any? Now we're going to move forward and we're going to talk a little bit more about pets, which we've been talking about. So yesterday I told you this week we're going to talk about what do pets eat. And so to begin today, I wanted to ask this question and I want you to think about it. Do all pets have teeth? Do all pets have teeth? Think about that. If you think all pets have teeth, give me a big thumbs up. If you think not all pets have teeth, give me a thumbs down. And if you're not sure, you can just give me a, I'm not sure, I don't know. So our class pet, this is an example of what our class pet is. And our class pet is a dog. We have a picture of our class pet. His name is Freckles. He's not really our class pet, but we pretend that we have a pet in the class. And so I was wondering if you think about this type of pet. Does this type of pet have teeth? Yes, dogs do have teeth. Now let's pretend that our class pet was a bird. Do birds have teeth? I want to draw you a picture, and I have to tell you right now, I'm not really the best artist, so bear with me here. I'm going to draw a bird's head and a beak. So birds have those big, long beaks like that. So if the class pet was a bird, this is terrible, that has a beak like that, does this bird have teeth? No. So a lot of times birds eat seeds and grass. And so if you think about a bird's beak, it kind of like goes like this. And so what they do, they're crushing. So when they're eating like a seed, they crush it and crunch it. Whereas dogs and even people who have teeth, we have to like chew and chomp our food. We can't crush it in one snap. But that's why they have these big, long, pointy beaks so that they can get in there to eat their food. And another thing I wanted to show you are, oh, so we already said the classroom. So the picture I showed you, let me get it real quick. Forgot to grab this. So you can kind of see, this is what the dog food that we looked at yesterday looks like. And a lot of dog food is made up of different meats and stuff or vegetables because dogs are omnivores, so they eat both plants and meat, and they have teeth. So whenever they eat their food, they have their bowl and they like that, right? Where a bird does not do that. They have their beak and they come in like that. Here's an example of what a bird would be eating. And then the last thing that we talked about with pets is we said, what are other words that we can use for, like, when we're eating to describe how we eat? So somebody said, like, we nibble on our food, or we chomp on our food. So sometimes if we're eating like steak or chicken, or like chomping on it, or as if it's just like, you know, a carrot or something, we might just be nibbling on it. Someone said, what about soup? So with soup, sometimes you go, you know what sound, what the word is that describes that sound? Slurping. So sometimes we slurp our soup, we chomp our meat, we nibble our vegetables. Is there any other words you can think of to describe how we eat? See what you can come up with. Okay, my friends. So while we are still talking about eating food and types of food, another activity that we did today is we looked at some different pictures of labels. And a label is something that they put on different things that you buy at the store to help you identify what you're purchasing. So the first example that I showed to my friends is this. Let's look at that. Does anybody know what that is? Let's see. I see some pictures here. These look like a couple, maybe some different types of fruit there. And I see some words here. So whenever you can learn how to read, if you go to the store, you can look at pictures and words, and it will help you figure out what you're buying. So this here is a bag of, it says mixed berries. And, oh, it says keep. If you look down here, it says keep frozen. Oh, you can't, oh, there we go. So that must mean that these are frozen berries. So you would buy them in the freezer section at the grocery store. And you have to keep them frozen. The next thing that I showed my friends is this. Have you ever seen anything like this at the grocery store before, or even at home? Do you know what it is? We can look at the box and maybe get some ideas. I see there's this bunny here, and it looks like this might be what they're eating. And this here is the letter T. T, 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 R, R, tricks. Tricks. Oh, did you ever hear that commercial before? Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. So this is a cereal. And so if you were going to the grocery store, you would identify what you were looking for by pictures and words on the box so that you could buy what you wanted. Next one we looked at is this. This is an easy one. It is apple juice. Now, my friends, if you went to the store and you were looking for apple juice, but this jar had tomatoes on it, would you buy it? No, because it's probably not apple juice if there's pictures of tomatoes. What do you think that would be? Tomato juice. Very good. One more, and this was a kind of a tricky one today when we looked at it. I'll hold it up close. Some of you might know what it is. Some of you might not. We have to look at the pictures and the words to kind of figure out what it is. So today at school, a couple of my friends said meat. Someone said sausage. Someone said bacon. Someone said hot dogs. Look at that. This, it says hot Italian sausage. So it says right there. So if I was grocery shopping and I could see it and it said right on it that it was hot sausage, I know that I would be getting the right thing. I just wanted to show you a couple different things like that because tomorrow we're going to be looking at a bag of dog food that I'm going to bring in, and we're going to be looking at the pictures and stuff. So you can look at some different things around your house and see, like, look at the labels, find out what you have at home in the cupboard, see if you can find some different things, different snacks or whatnot. And then I also wanted to point out to you here on this one, it says fresh, never frozen. So some things like this would be fresh, whereas the berries that I showed you, those were frozen. So those are also other details that you need to pay attention to when you are shopping. So moving on, we're going to do some movements. I'm going to take my hat off because I might be bouncing around a little bit. And have you ever heard or seen a Jack in the Box before? A lot of the time it's like a little box like this, and there's like a person inside of it. And there's like a turn handle, and it goes doot, 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 and then all of a sudden it goes, wah, and it pops out. Those are called a Jack in the Box. So today, what we did in school is we played a game. And so I'm going to play with you. Let me move all my stuff out of the way, and I can stand up here. And so I'm going to sing 1, 2, 3, 4, will you jump up off the floor? 5, 6, 7, 8. It's really, really hard to wait. Listen now and you will know, should you stay or should you go? So we're going to kneel down like this, like in a crouching down position like this. And I'm going to sing that song. And when you hear this, that's when you have to jump. And I can do that at any time. So everybody has to stay crouched down like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, jump up. Will you jump up off the floor? 5, 6, 7, 8. It's really, really hard to wait. Listen now and you will know, should you stay or should you go? So every time I ring that, you should be jumping up and down. We'll try one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will you jump up off the floor? 5, 6, 7, 8. It's really, really hard to wait. Listen now and you will know, should you stay or should you go? So I was supposed to have a whistle for that, but I didn't have one. But you have the whole purpose of this is if you don't hear this and you jump, then you're out of the game. So it's just a fun, different game to play at home where you're like jumping around and trying some different movements. And then last but not least, the other thing that we did today is we looked at this riddle, and it goes, riddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-dee, can you make a rhyme with me? I say ball, you say fall. Ball, fall, ball, fall. And then you can come up with more words. It's just coming up with more rhyming words. So, riddle-dee, riddle-dee, can you make a rhyme with me? I say jump, you say bump. Jump, bump. Jump, bump. So just to practice this one, I'm going to write the words on a dry erase board so you can see. Since our number is the word, or the number of the week is 3, let's look at tree, because 3 and tree rhyme together. So, riddle-dee, can you make a rhyme with me? I say 3, you say tree. 3, 3. Did you get it? I'm going to do it one more time. Let's switch the word. Okay, I said floor. Okay, so riddle D, can you make a rhyme with me? I say 4, you say floor. 4, 4. So those are just different fun ways to come up with songs to make rhyming words. And rhyming words are words that have the same ending. Oh, let's see. I do want to show you a couple other things before we sign off today. I forgot to show this to you yesterday. This was a craft that we did. This is a Frankenstein. It's kind of scary, but it's also smiling. So it's a nice Frankenstein. If you look at the board behind me, I have all kinds of Frankensteins and scarecrows. And today we made this. So this is something that hangs from the ceiling. And we used a plate and some paper, and this is a Dracula. So we can hang those up in the room. I'm going to take you in the back and show you something else. So did you ever hear the game Pin the Tail on the Donkey, where you have to be blindfolded and you spin in a circle? So we did that today, and if you look at my picture here, that's a witch. So we played Pin the broom on the witch. So each of my friends got a broom like this, and we had to blindfold them. So we took away their eyes, so they could see this. We gave them a broom, and then we took away their eyes, and then we spun them in a circle. But they couldn't see, and then they had to figure out where the witch was and put the broom right on her. Do you think you would be good at playing that game? I was not. They blindfolded me, and I walked into a corner. The next thing that we did is we have a pumpkin here, and I can show it to you. It's out in the hall real quick. Give you a little peek. Oops. So that's our class pumpkin I set outside. And what we did is everybody took turns guessing. So you can see all these different strings. So they would guess how long the string would be. And then we decided if it was too long, too short, or just right. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. It was too long. And we had 5 people. It was too short. Nobody was able to guess it. It was a really fun way to learn how to measure things using string. Well, that is about it for today, boys and girls. It was great talking with you as always, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. Bye.